How do you order the wrong thing and end up loving it? Let's talk about it. What's good with it, folks? Now, this mouse right here, the Attack Shark R1, is a budget mouse, but it's not the one I thought I was purchasing to make this video right here. Now, let me explain, give a little backstory. Now, a few weeks back, I was up on Amazon doing my Googles. Do your Googles. I was looking for the best budget mouse, and one of the options that I saw mentioned a lot was the VXE R1 Pro. And it wasn't on Amazon, you have to get it from other sites. And I kept seeing this, and I won't lie, I think it just looked similar, and it said R1, you know, late night scrolling. Next thing I know, it showed up, and when I went to, I was like, Attack Shark? Who's Attack Shark? This is a sub $40 mouse that I gotta say has really impressed me so far. Now, taking it out of the box, I'll leave all the specs here on the screen. Also, make sure you check all the links down below in the description so you can get the most up-to-date pricing and any further information that I may not talk about in this here video. This is a wireless gaming mouse that you can use wired, Bluetooth, or with the included 2.4 gigahertz dongle. That's how I've used it primarily. I'm not gonna go through all the contents of the box, but they did include some additional grips. Maybe we'll put those on at the end of the video because I've never actually put grip tape on a mouse. Now, let's talk about the feel right out of the box. Man, I was like, yo, hold up, this is actually pretty good. Usually when you buy budget items, you're expecting to tell right off that something is subpar or lacking. Usually it's in the weight, the build quality, it looks secondhand, the writing is off. None of that. You get a very clean, solidly built mouse. Now, I'm not like a lot of the reviewers. I don't do all of the weird clicking and squeezing. I actually like to hold the mouse and use it like I actually would. I also don't squeeze right here because I've never actually squeezed that while gaming. Yes, you may hold on to it, you know, and if you grip it really tight, then cool, but I never actually do that. But I mean, you guys can hear it. Nothing. This is such a solid built mouse. I've had mice that were 3 times the price where you do get some of that creaking. You do get some of that feel like, I was supremely impressed. Now, I'm not going to pretend like this is some type of pro device. It feels like a standard mouse. You got solid scroll right here. Your buttons on the side, they click well. I don't use them very often. They're not the greatest, they're not super mushy, but if you're looking for a more precise, pristine, you know, swift click, probably go elsewhere. As far as the left and right, I'm doing damage back there. Solid left and right clicks. I've used this daily as my main for gaming, editing, and just day-to-day use. It feels just as good now as it did when I first took it out the box. It does not feel like it's worn down. You can see that there's no real wear spots on here. Maybe a little bit of shine right here on the top, just a little bit. That may be from the fact that I got moisturizer on my hands, so I'm not super ashy in these videos.
I'm about to go from ashy to classy.
Now, they report 55 grams on the box. I can say that it's pretty light. It's not the lightest mouse that I've ever used, but in day-to-day use, I have no problem with the actual weight of this mouse. It just feels good in my hand. Sorry, I had to say it. Now, speaking of the actual shape in my hand, if you've ever seen one of my mouse reviews, I always state that I don't know what my actual playing style is. It's more of like a hybrid claw fingertip style. And like I said, I don't really use the side buttons while gaming very often. They could be a little bit lowered for me to make them more accessible, but I think if the average person has smaller hands, they'll probably fit in pretty nicely. Here in the middle, you have a pretty standard DPI switch. Your scroll wheel is pretty basic Becky, but look at the footage. Maybe you guys can leave me a comment and let me know what my actual hand grip style is and what you use in your favorite games. Now, on the bottom here, you see that we only have 3 feet, so you have a large U-shape and 2 at the top. Now, for my daily gaming purposes, it slides pretty well. I won't say that this is the best sliding mouse that I've ever used, but for daily gaming and FPS shooters, you're not doing bad. And if you're going pro, you probably wouldn't be looking at this mouse anyway. But for us regular gamers who, you know, like to have a little fun, what is a sub $40 budget mouse going to give you? I can only give you my opinion, as your tech uncle, it's your kinfolk, man. I'm just trying to let you know how you can save some money and still get a good product. And in my day-to-day gaming, I was putting them away with this. Let's just say this. If you've seen any one of my videos, you know I like to play a little bit of COD. And right now I'm like on Black Ops 2 still. But every now and then I'll jump into the finals, a little Apex Legends. Man, this thing is a very solid performer. And to put it to the test, I actually opened up Aim Labs. And again, I'm not a consistent trainer. I get my training through actual use. But if you're someone who loves to improve their skills using something like Aim Labs, then I would definitely pick this up, run it through its paces in Aim Labs and see if it works for you. By the way, what games are you guys playing these days, especially when it comes to FPS shooters? Let me know down in the comments what game you're playing, and I might jump on it and, you know, show you a thing or two. Oh, that's gonna come back. I just know somebody is waiting to Now, before we wrap it up, let's talk about some of the things that I don't like. I wasn't the biggest fan of these feet and how it slides on my desk mat. I don't move the mouse from here to there when I'm playing. I usually play with a DPI to where I'm just kind of moving the mouse like this where I need to go. But again, if you do need to move it a lot more on your desk, this may not be the best mouse for you. Again, I think that's for more professional level type of players. And I think once you get to that level, you're probably looking at something that's going to give you a little bit better performance than a sub $40 mouse. Now, this mouse does come with software. I used it for weeks without installing it, so you don't need to install it. But if you want to adjust any of your macros, change any of the settings on the mouse, you do need to go ahead and install it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up because it is Florida still and it's super hot in here and I'm in here sweating talking about a budget mouse. But who actually would this mouse be for? I think there are a few scenarios that if you fall into it, you might want to check it out. First and foremost, let's just say you just got your first gaming PC, then the Attack Shark R1 may be the mouse for you. Or if you have a young gamer who may be hard on his tech, maybe you get him something like this to see that maybe if you could hold this one down without damaging it, you know, maybe splurge a little bit more in the future. Or if you're just broke, then you might want to look at the Attack Shark R1. Now, if you watched it to the end, I want to say thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get up out of here. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know what mouse you're currently using in your gaming setup. I got a bunch of stuff coming up. This is the Lamzoo Atlantis Mini. I've heard nothing but astounding reviews on Lamzoo products, so I'm excited to check this out. Make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your kinfolk Dookie. Rest in peace to the Vanglorious Jehovah, and never forget to holla at your boy. All right, so the video's over. This is all just bonus content. I wanted to put the additional grip tape on here, but I guess when I threw it back in the box, I kind of just threw it in there all willy-nilly. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I've never actually put grip tape on a mouse. So yeah, let's just try this and see how this goes. I think we want to start with the top because I'm sure that's the easiest. Let's see if we can line this up correctly. Let's see, maybe let's go here. I think lining it up at the top is the best, but I really don't know. There we go. I think that's better. I don't know. What y'all think so far? How y'all liking that? Let's bring it close, see if you can. Let's see what it feels like. What does it feel like? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's just that I can feel it. Lift it up. Let's see. Let me push it down all the way around. That's kind of annoying, like this part right here. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't feel super amazing. Let's put this one on. Guess we want to use this around these buttons. Let's just line that up in there. Let's do this last one. This is the one I'm worried about because it's all messed up. Let's peel that off. Guess maybe we should line this part up. There we go. Let's see, does this I'm not mad at it. I guess I'll just have to game with it a little bit more. If you want to see a follow-up to how this actually feels, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I'm not mad at this at all. The Attack Shark R1 with the grip tape.